Good morning YouTube! Today I wanted to try and do a kind of different video. So basically if you've been watching my videos since I started posting them like a couple of months ago, or if you follow me on social media, or even if you just know me in real life, I, along with 95% of the booktube community, am an aspiring writer. So I decided that I wanted to talk about this on YouTube because I've been watching a few different people recently, especially there's a guy called, I think it's George Lester, who is doing like a series of videos talking about writing his book and getting his agent and all of that stuff. And I just found it really interesting and thought that it was something that I was quite interested in doing myself. So I thought that I would grab a coffee and come talk to you about writing. So not gonna lie, this is gonna sound like a bit of a rant, but I have a question for you writers. How do you decide which thing to write first? Like, I have about 5 different things that I really want to write, and it's okay having 5 different ideas when it's like a YouTube video, because you can get them all done in the space of a month. Hell, you could probably do them in the space of a week if you had the time. But with writing, when you pick an idea, you have to spend a long time fixating on that one idea. You have to stick with it, and then if you decide that you want to do a sequel, you have to stick with it even longer. So I actually have like 3 or 4 different like story ideas that I really want to work with, that I've done sort of plot outlines-ish of, and some of them I've actually started and done a few chapters because I've got to do one of them for a university coursework, so that one's there. Then I've got one that I'm working on for something else, so that one is another idea, and then there's also a couple of others, and I just don't know which one to go with first. So I really like them all. I love them all, in fact. I mean, that's why I'm having such a problem. But I don't know which one I want to write first. Because the thing is, if you're gonna pick one of these ideas, you're gonna have to spend, like, realistically, at least a year progressing through it, doing drafts, editing, being happy with the outcome and all of that, if it even makes it that far and you don't realise halfway in that you really don't like it anymore. So if any of you out there write or have written or have books published or just anything to do with writing, let me know how you decide, or if you've ever encountered this problem, and if you have, how do you pick? I have so many ideas. I think this is the problem. I'm constantly coming up with, just like when I'm out on the bus or the train, I'll just come up with something small and then I'll like imagine it in my head and practically plot out an entire story or something. I've always done this since I was a kid. I'll just imagine these ludicrous scenarios and think, I could write that. But how do you go from having all these ideas in your head to picking one and writing it? So yeah, this is kind of a rambly, ranty type thing because I need help. I don't know where to start. I have too many ideas, which in a way is probably a bad thing to be complaining about. There are probably some people out there who can't like get that first idea or something like that, or can't expand their idea, or I don't know. There's probably people out there with totally more realistic, important problems, but for me, I can't pick which thing I want to write first, and it's really bugging me because all I want to do is write, and I'll get so far into one of my ideas and then something will trigger a memory of this other idea, or I'll just like walk past the notepad that has the other ideas. Yes, I have a notepad with all of them in, and I'll just be like, oh, I've got this really good scene in mind for this book, so then I'll sit down and write it for that one. And I don't know, I want to write all the things. This is basically my problem. I want to write all the things, but I can't do them at once. So yes, if there are any writers out there, tell me how you figure out how to write all the things, because I need help. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, because I would love to start talking more about writing, especially as I've been doing so much of it lately because I've got uni. There are a few competitions that I've wanted to enter, and then obviously I just want to be an author in general, so I've been doing a lot of writing, and I don't know, I think I'd like to share that more on this channel as it's a big part of my life and what I want to do. So yeah, maybe some of you out there are also aspiring writers and we can chat away in the description, in the comments. Oh my god, is there no video that I can make without calling the comments the description? Chat away in the comments and we can talk about how we want to write all the things. If there's anything specifically that you like really want to know in terms of what I'm writing, or like how I write, I don't know. Feel free to chuck that in the comments too, and maybe I will ramble away about that another time too. Also, let me know if there's any other channels that you found that talk about writing, or like NaNoWriMo channels kind of thing, because I'm really interested in listening to like other people talk about writing and having conversations with other writers. So yeah, definitely let me know if you know of any of them, and I will be sure to check them out. So I'll see you next time, probably for something less rambly and more book related. Bye! I need to cut my fringe. I'm like blinded by it at this point. I can't see a thing. Literally, if I don't push it to the side, I am blind girl. My new superhero power. The inability to see! It's like I'm holding a star. I feel magic. I am acting like a 5-year-old. No, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. I just wanted to press start.